Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Between the Sharks and welcome to the new shop. Sort of. Let me explain. This is one of the things that's got me so busy. I snagged up another property. Now, I've never bought anything nice in my entire life. Everything I buy is a project, and then I work on it and I put my time in it and I put my resources into it, and hopefully I make it better. And this follows that trend. I guess the way you do anything is the way you do everything. The quickest backstory I can come up with is I'm still in my own neighborhood, and this property popped up at a reasonable price with a remarkable 1.2 acres in the listing. And I said, no, because in this neighborhood, all the lots are about 1/4 of an acre, maybe 1/3 of an acre. So this is 4 to 5 times that, considering. So I thought, there's got to be a catch. And was there ever? The house is literally falling down. So I thought to myself, hey self, that fits right in with all the other crap I buy, so let's way overextend and see if we can make it happen. And by George, we did. So yeah, we have a ton of work to do, but let's get to today. So I bought some heavy equipment, well, the tiniest, miniaturest, cutest heavy equipment possibly could find from the Ritchie Brothers auction that just happened a week or so ago, and it needs a place to go. As a result, we need to get in here and see what's going on in this joint and maybe in that joint back there. So the thing about this is the property owners are still alive. They just haven't lived here in almost 20 years. But when they did live here, the man that owned it built little dirt track race cars, I guess, and racing motorcycles, and clearly at some point started fixing lawnmowers. So we got to dig through here, see what's going on, see if there's any like gold in there. At some point, this came with the property. Little 80s Datsun, whatever. If you know what it is, jam that into the comments, because this channel's never done a will it run. It's not really our cup of tea, but at the end of the day, we got to do something with that. So finding out if we can make it run is going to be on the list. Let's go take a look-sees. So right off the bat, we got some saddlebags, lawnmower, deck, bicycle, lawnmower bags. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of fallen down, but it just matches the house that way. It's got a similar aesthetic. Well, so the house was also ransacked. Somebody went through it, I guess, I don't know, looking for goods, looking to steal stuff. In addition, right before they sold the house, they came through and they got, I don't know, a couple truckloads of stuff. Kind of just saw them doing it. But here's what's left. So we've got a mixture of trash, and maybe some goods, man. I see some goods. Do you guys see some goods? Let me get a light. We have no power here. Well, I grabbed a light, but I think the first thing I want to try to do is see if I can get this door to open, because that would let a decent amount of light in. It's kind of off the track here. Is that a problem? How bad is it? I guess that's not going back in. All right. I don't know how to get those 2 wheels back in the track, but well, gang, let's just go around the room and start with the big stuff. First of all, there's 2 riding lawnmowers in here, which hey, we might have to do a will it run on one of those, because we are going to need them, because this grass is going to grow fast, and that's going to make the mosquitoes grow fast. The good news is this guy clearly fixed them, so there should be plenty of parts. The bad news is, though, like, are these parts mowers, or did they come in here broken, or whatever? Anyway, they look kind of complete, so I guess we'll see. Although I'm looking at what's fallen on this one, which is making me realize that up top side, I wonder if there's anything good stashed up there. Anyway, let's stick with the ground level. Like, hey, look at that. Old school tire balancing machine. Don't know what's in there. That's full of something. Looks petrochemically. What is this? Oh, big holly flag. All right, that guy could party. Still, this looks C10-y, actually. What else do we got going on here? Oh, looks like lug nuts and bits and bobs. Radio faceplates from way back in the day. Hey, look. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. C10 custom doohickeys. I don't know, they look like the same as mine, so I'm guessing 62 through 66-ish. Nuts and bolts, beauty ring, gear oil. You can smell that coming. Cleaning supplies. Rim. Fire extinguishers, no good. Well, I just walked right by this, which, ironically, I have another one of those in my backyard that I bought at an auction and never used. But that's a parts washer, which makes me think that's like mineral spirits or something in that big 55-gallon drum, which, honestly, if that's legit mineral spirits, then maybe it's not such a bad idea to set it up. I bought a new pump and everything, 4 solvents for mine, and I guess that would be kind of nice, but the investment in the drum was just a little more than I was gonna spend. So we got a cool Coca-Cola thing, but that's full of pulleys, which, I mean, with any luck, we don't have a ton of evidence yet, but that C10 thing says this guy might have been a Chevy guy. Don't know, but let's keep our fingers crossed, just because, well, that's mostly what we have and mostly what we could use. Old Grant steering wheel. Radiator caps and locking gas caps. That's interesting. Oh, a clutch. All right, all right, all right. Rally wheels again. Clutch, pressure plate. Clutch, pressure plate. Bell housing with a starter. Looks like Chevy stuff to me, but I wouldn't know if it was Ford or not, you know. Antennas, all right. Oh, right here. Look at that. I guess that is a manual tire putter-oner doohickey. I spend a lot of money getting things mounted and balanced, so if I can figure out these machines or they work, that might be kind of cool. If not, maybe we'll sell them. And I guess if they don't work, we'll be scrapping them. There's a set of disc brakes and spindles, and I'm wondering if I can identify those. I'm just thinking I just want them to be C10, actually, because the C10 disc brake conversion for the 60, I think 2 to 66 or 67 is pretty easy if you have spindles and discs from 72 and up or whatever. That's what I did on my truck. I know I'm getting those years wrong, so I'm just kind of trying not to die at the moment, but it's a relatively easy switcheroo. Engine stand. Is that a big block valve cover? Huh. Flex plate. I don't know what's in that box yet. I mean, I'm liking this corner because nobody's been in here, it seems like. Oh, that's a whole thing of push rods. Okay. It's a cool little cabinet. It's just miscellaneous junk on the ground. It's mostly like stuff that feels like it's just been thrown around. Although there is a very large number of lock cylinders here. A bunch of switches. I do love switches. Another super cool cabinet. Brake center. All right, service parts. Come on, DB Cooper's money. Couple 2-barrel carburetors laying around here. Got a bunch of these things, which are fuel pressure regulator mounts. Distributor cap. All right, motorcycle sprockets. Interesting. I guess a big double pumper. Voltage regulators. Old gaskets. I mean, we're not seeing any gold yet, but it's interesting. I could have hung out with the guys, what I'm saying. Box of gauges. More gauges. I mean, that's always great for testing stuff or comparing your old, gauges if you've got a question about what's going on. I also have a bunch of cars that could use auxiliary gauges, even if they were hidden. So, 6-lug wheels, which I don't know. I gotta check if that one fits. Don't know. Can't see it because they're covered in ivy. What's in here? We see? Well, we're looking right past this thing though. Shed some light on it. Right there, we got an inline 6 Chevrolet, which I wonder if this is a C10 engine, then I wonder A, if it's any good, and B, if it's good, if it's a 250. Oh, I got some jack stands down there, some big ones actually. I mean, I'll bet this thing will run. I just wonder if it's any good, you know? Couple grease guns back there. What's going on in here though? Oh, that's smart. Man's got his oily rags in a metal container so they don't spontaneously combust. Not exciting, but smart. The C10 hubcap, some old radios. Don't know what all that is. Starters, gasket kits, wiper blades. I always keep my old wiper blades. No, I don't actually. That's my hoarding end right there, is wiper blades. That's cool though. Singing this Saturday night. Ultra Seal exhaust gaskets. I mean, those are probably still good, but I think the most important part is their Chevrolet. So, ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Do you see what I see? That is a Mallory distributor. And we got a bunch of distributors. Fan spacers. Oh wow, look at that. That's all clutch balls. Those are kind of a pain in the butt. If you don't have them and you need them, it's great to find those. Water necks, rockers, U-joint bolts. Wow, that's a lot of those clutch thingies. You guys see that? But let's look at this. All right, gang. That is definitely an old Mallory distributor. Turns okay. I wonder if it's a dual point. Like, that's what I'm all excited about. Whoa. Yeah, buddy. That's some hot rod stuff right there. 2 sets of points. Cap looks good. This is old hot rod stuff. I do wonder if anybody's got a 27 Roadster this could go on. That's really neat, actually. Really neat. And it would look great on that Roadster. Never actually run dual point. I think the theory is, though, that the points fire half as often, so they have twice the time to charge. That's really cool. What about you? Don't know what that sound was. Regular Excel distributor. Single point. Oh. Interesting. That's a dual point as well. I didn't really know Excel made dual points. I wonder if all of these. What are you? You look like a normal distributor. That's an HEI up there. Don't have a screwdriver, although you'd think there'd be one around here. Anywhere? Somewhere? Anything? Anybody? Well, we'll dig into this one later. This looks pretty standard, so 2 dual point distributors is pretty cool, gang. All right, gang, this garage is reasonably picked over, but, you know, there's some fun stuff to tinker with. Not that we need more projects, but I am curious if that engine's any good, that 235, 250, whatever it is. Hoping it's a 250 C10 motor. No idea if either of these lawnmowers are any good, but a guy could use one if they are. Parts washers, not bad, especially if that's actually mineral spirits back there, although unfortunately it is very close to that hole in the ceiling, so the mineral spirits may be very watered down if that's the case. Overall, the roof's in decent shape, but oh, there's a cool bumper up there though. Oh, you know what? I also heard something about a Corvette. So I wonder, there's a luggage rack of some kind. That's kind of cool. Anyway, like, you know, we didn't find DB Cooper's money or anything in here, but there's definitely some neat stuff. The structure of the building's all right. Just needs some new tin. Maybe a couple rafters need a bit of a sistering, but you know, it's a garage, gang. It's a garage. We will need to like clear out some floor space so I can get some stuff in here sooner than later to at least keep it, you know, out of sight. But right now, let's just do some more exploring, you know? I mean, here's another one. Don't really know what to make of all this. I'm assuming these dudes out here that were put out to pasture are scrap metal, but there's a couple different lawnmower decks here. Who knows what fits what? It seems like most of the stuff that's around here has a deck on it right now, but yeah, just saying, I shouldn't be getting this excited about lawnmowers, but guy's got a push mower, and this is a big wilderness property here that needs some love. Although if you guys are all eagle-eyed there in the background, you may see some heavy gauge cables back here. That's because that thing covered in ivy is a power pole. So there was a secondary meter back here that ran to this mamma jamma. Now granted, not thinking the power company is gonna do that again, but you know, let's see if we can dive in here without dying and see if there's any more, you know, little gems. I see one right there. So first things first, these police lights are pretty rad, although I guess that one got broken. That's a real bummer, because otherwise that might have fit my big blazer, and then, you know, could have done like a Jaws tribute, sort of like Brody's blazer from Jaws, you know what I'm saying? How bad is this in here? I mean, it looks like it sure wanted to catch fire, or did catch fire at some point. Don't really know. What do we got going on there? Oh, that's cool. Anybody recognize that? Looks like Corvette to me, but I don't speak Corvette that well. Huh. What are you? I don't know. What are you? Not sure what that is either. Mirrors. I guess this was like wiring central. There's a ton of distributors over there. Huh. Brave enough to go back in there? Darn tootin' we are. Turbine wheels. That's interesting. What size are those? Alright, looking down in there, it looks like at least the top four tires here are one set of turbine wheels. I'm disinclined to dig through right now and find out if it's two sets of turbine wheels or what's going on. There's also this other style here. So if any of you guys out in TV land know what those are from, please let a fella know. Right now we're gonna go spelunking. Huh, another riding lawnmower. Shocked. What else do we have? Oh, lots of beauty rings hanging around. Steering column, whatever. A couple of drive shafts. Those always come in handy when you need a drive shaft to, you know, make a drive shaft. A little transfer case back there, some headers. Looks like some old school headers back there too. Oh boy. Long tube headers, some DD Speed Shop stuff. Chevelle taillight, I guess. Well, gang, it's mostly junk, which is, you know, not a surprise for something that's been picked over, but it's still neat, you know, like there's definitely some history of an old dude working on cars in this joint. Never know exactly what we'll uncover. I was not expecting anything, and I think we've done better than nothing for sure, especially with those dual point distributors and some of the equipment, and maybe if those turbine wheels are worth something to somebody, you know, that would be pretty cool. Otherwise, we have a ton of junk to clear out. Speaking of that, I need to at least make, you know, a dent here in the floor. And I think a snow shovel is going to be my tactic here, because we're just gonna clear some room. Well, team, we've made a tiny dent, but we can walk in here without tripping. Didn't find anything super great while I was digging everything out, otherwise I'd have brought you in. But thanks for watching Between the Sharks, gang. This, among all the other projects, oh man, I think I'm in over my head, but that's not unusual. It's a situation I'm relatively comfortable with. So stay tuned. Good luck on your projects out there, and we will see you next time on Between the Sharks. Who knows what we will be getting into at that point.